Okay, I'm back. So... Holy shit, I have so much toxicity protection. It's insane. That is awesome. Okay, so yeah, that's what I need when I go to the stations. The noble travelers will be spared. Their journey through the cosmos shall not be thwarted. So it is decreed. The will of Herc commands it. The Vy'keen shall honor the judgment and the belief of the ancients. Ancient knowledge passed down through generations of Vy'keen warriors spills from the marker stone, filtering into my mind like a long-forgotten memory. I begin to speak, and my voice is seized by an unknown power. I roar, taking myself by surprise. None hamper the path towards Drindarg as the Sentinels. They must be destroyed. Their time will be ended. So has it been written, so it shall be. This is the Vy'keen's swear. I call out once more, my throat harsh and gasping, the sound guttural. The words spill forth, summoned by the power of the monolith. The Book of Herc speaks of the rise of the travelers. They shall ascend, delving into the boundless void. The Vy'keen shall not impede their ascent, for the travelers must prevail. So decrees the word of Herc. As the words fade, their lines still resonate in my vision. I find myself in possession of an ancient tomb. So that's a launch thingy. Launch thingy takes oxygen. I love this ship so much and I want more. I'm just kind of actually happy that somebody gave me eggs. Now we can try and get like a bunch more ships. I wonder if we'll get any other cool colors. I don't think this one uses tritium though. So I should stash my tritium. I got an orange as well, because orange. I don't know, I have like this weird craving for something and I don't know what it is. And all of a sudden I just noticed that my hands are like peeling. I bet I know why though. It's probably because of all the sanitizer at work. I'm gonna need to get moisturizer, I think. No wish for me to visit the Vy'keen and learn what I could of the Atlas, the creator of all universes, the Sentinels, rebellious hunters of anomalies, and the travelers who committed some unforgivable act long ago. Gra, you have communed with Herc. You are worthy, interloper. Make your request be bold. Do not speak that name. Only pathetic beings worship. Liar, Atlas. Why is the Atlas a liar? Any being that claims to be a god is not one, interloper. Progenitor Herc knew this well. Battle Brother Null did not. They died for a false dream. The Vy'keen tells me of their history, of wars with the Gek, of Korvax slaves, and tyrannous empires. The Vy'keen suggests that if the Atlas is a god, then it is insane. I'm about to leave when I notice something on the Vy'keen's terminal. 2 digits blinking endlessly. They feel familiar. What? Interloper, what facer? The Vy'keen is visibly pained by my mention of the number, staring at their terminal as if they have seen it for the first time. Their words slur, a strange sound entering every sentence. Vy'keen bursts out laughing and offers me an upgrade for my apparently unthreatening equipment. Okay, so that was actually a word that I knew. Sure. Ow! Okay, so note to self, don't go around saying death to every Vy'keen that I meet. Actually, I'm gonna go back to my base. Because I bet we're gonna have a bunch of stuff we can probably farm. And can maybe get some money back. Let's see what we can do in terms of farming and getting supplies and stuff. Hello, stupid fish. Those there are like pretty much just for money. I am growing money. What do you need? What plant does he want? Oh, a frost crystal. Cool. I've got those ones. My latest creation has sprouted. It has produced the most interesting of seeds. Please take a sample. Cool. Let's go sell this shit. Oops, wrong way. I need to go this way. The fuck? That horrified me, because all I saw was the huge fucking eyeball. And I was like, what the hell is in my base? Cool. Okay. Um... Oh! Okay. Let's see where this one wants me to go. These oranges are really, like, sweet. But they have seeds, which is annoying. Okay, so let's teleport back to my freighter. Let me see if I can teleport to my freighter. Maybe you can only teleport from the freighter? Okay, we're gonna go find this host thingy. And then we will go find a Korvax planet. Or system. Did it change my... It changed my quest. Of course it did. There we go. Alright. Oops. I just figured we might as well. Your internet doesn't like Twitch today? Oh, that's not cool. I was gonna say, my bitrate seems to be steady. We are replicated. This is new behavior. Reproduction possible. Greater synthesis possible. Confirm it. Traveler. 10,000 nanites. Wow. Okay, so I need to get more nanites then. As I enter the vessel, I'm greeted by a pile of military multi-tools, clearly thrown from a rack that once housed them. They fizz and spark and look unsafe. Deconstruct. I have like an S-class something, so... So I do want to do this, but I need to get a shit ton more nanites before we can. So, let's just continue with the other shit then. We'll do this and then... Okay. No, not my capital ship. We wanted to go to this big boy. We are gonna do at least one, I want to do at least one derelict freighter tonight. Man, it's so hard to get comfortable. Alright. Especially when it's this hot. It's not so bad when it's, like, cooler out, but... Life is everywhere but nowhere. The convergence has seen all planets. But where are they really? Where is home? Where is safe? This is a pattern, traveler friend. All things are patterns. Signs of the Atlas falsity. Missing entity speaks to many others, many travelers. Such has it always been. There is a pattern, as there always is. Nada does not control the actions of traveler entities. You must make your own choices. Oops. Here we go. Sphere creator? I feel like that's something you would do, Max, just to fuck with the physics. I'm just trying to think of what I would want to do. I think I'm gonna go with... Actually, I should get the mineral extractor. I'm glad they added this. This is so that you can hide the wires in your base if you want to. I'm gonna get this, the mineral extractor. Because this means that I can try to find a mineral hub and, like, on my planet and do mineral farming and stuff. Well, I know one big complaint when they added power wasn't so much that you actually had to power everything, but it's that the wires get fucking ugly. Because they are not subtle, they're like big, huge ass wires all over the place. Okay. We will head back down and... go find a Korvax planet, I guess. Or a Korvax system. Oh wait, I have to share with Nada as well. I didn't share with Nada. I didn't share with Polo. I only shared with Nada. Gekar always competitive, always squabble. It is not my person is not rejected, but Nada, poor Nada suffers. Their kind expect harmony, unity. Nada sees in a way they do not see, and so they reject poor Nada. Convergence was bought at a great cost. They will fight to maintain it. Anomalies are cast aside, the necessary sacrifice. Okay. Now we talk to the Korvax. So we are gonna go find a Korvax system. I will probably dump this egg on my ship, on my like station. Like on my freighter. Because I don't want to risk losing it.
Warning. Threat detected. Hostile ships approaching.
Wow. Like, look at how strong this thing is. I want to actually see if I can fix these guys, though. So we can get them sent on a mission. I'm hoping I can do some of that stuff. I can't. So it's not, that's not the way to go. Oh, here we go. Down. I go down. Okay, what do I need to fix this, though? Easy enough. Okay, cool. Okay, now we go this way. It's like weird semi-invisible walls or something. Okay. Oh shit, I meant to see if I can get some oxygen while I was there. While I was on my base. Because I know I have a thing that can, like, make oxygen. Or harvest oxygen from the atmosphere. I just need to... There we go. So this ship is fixed. Where's my other one? I know what I can do. I can teleport back to my base from my freighter when I send these guys on another mission. That way we can see if the teleportation works from the freighters. And that's why I keep tritium around. And then these ones are up here. And down we go. See, this is a game where it might be nice to have, like, my own music. Sometimes. Like, it's not like I like it and I would probably have it super low. But sometimes if I was just like, you know, chilling or something. Like, I don't know. There is in-game music, but it's more techno kind of stuff. That I usually have it turned off. Like, there is in-game music. I just turned it off. Just because it's not entirely my kind of thing, I guess. The only problem is that if I had music, I would probably start singing to it. Even though I knew you guys couldn't hear it. And then we run into the potential same issues. Because you know me, Mux. I said, even if I listened to my own music, I would probably potentially still get in shit because I start singing to it. I do it subconsciously, like I don't even think about the fact that I'm doing it. Like I do it even at work and shit. Oh, it's on the other side. I mean, fuck, sometimes I do it just to the music that's in my head. I mean, I've been running at a steady, like, 60 frames per second with about 70 to 74 on the GPU and 45-ish on the CPU. It, like, drops sometimes when I go, like, into a planet for the first time, but, I mean... Considering there's no, like, real loading screens aside from when you go, like, between systems, that's kind of insane. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the freighter so that we can send these guys on a mission, and then when we're doing that, we are going to teleport back to our base and see if we can get some oxygen. So that we can... No worries. How much is this frigate? I think I need more frigates. Inspect. It's only a C, but I really, really do have, like, I don't think I have very many frigates right now. It's got high exploration, though. Screw it. We'll do it. It's cheap. And it gets me another ship that we can use. We must build the mightiest of armadas. The Gek will rule again. Wait, speaking of, apparently there's like titles now. Derelict freighters are dangerous environments full of environmental hazards and hostile enemies. They contain a lot of valuable salvage as well as special items that can be exchanged aboard a space station for nanites or standing. To find a derelict freighter, purchase an emergency broadcast receiver from the space station scrap dealer. Use the receiver from your inventory to locate a derelict. As well as valuable loot and significant quantities of nanites, it is possible to use the engineering systems of a derelict freighter to generate valuable freighter technology, including upgrades to fleet systems and tools to expand your freighter's inventory. Travelers may share the location of particularly interesting wrecks, as each star system has one specific wreck. It may be salvaged more than once, but to see new derelicts, you must travel to new systems. Oh wait, Iteration Helios aboard this... Fuck. Okay. I could have gotten a free one. Oh, shit. Okay, let's take a look. Upgrade and customize. Oh, I got a response from Elgato. Okay. I'm gonna share this with you. They're actually saying that I should have Wavelength on the streaming PC. Or on the gaming PC, rather. Um... um and the 4K 60S also has, also does have UVC. So the 4K 60S and the HD 60S Plus, as well as the Cam Link, and those are all external cards. So their pro stuff, that's the internal cards, actually like just flat out doesn't work. I will hold off. I found something that works, and thank you for getting back to me. I will hold off on I will hold off on upgrading to an internal card then. Thank you. If it's intended that Wavelink and the mic are used on the gaming system. How does this help console streamers? What is the intended setup for console streaming? I do PC, PS4, and Xbox 360 streaming. I've found a workaround where I do not where I do not route the game sound through Wavelink. Additionally, using the mic and Wavelink on the gaming PC means that I cannot control it or my with my Stream Deck and will not be able to hear sound effects and stream notifications. Hey, don't scratch. Setting this up through the gaming PC eliminates I'm not even gonna say a lot of, I'm gonna say most functionality. Most functionality of multiple of your devices. And is not a suitable workaround. It is better, if still inconvenient, to route to bypass Wavelink for it is better, if still inconvenient, to bypass Wavelink for the game slash capture card sound than to lose all that functionality. I do not see that as an actual I do not see I do not see using the mic from the okay, especially as this doesn't work for console streamers. This is hardly a especially as this doesn't work for console streamers, this is hardly a solution. Here's sound effects. From my soundboard. And stream notifications. Setting this up through the gaming PC eliminates most functionality of multiple of your devices and is not a suitable workaround. It is better, if still inconvenient, to bypass wavelength from the game/capture card sound than to lose all of that functionality. Did he send me as the thing? Yeah, there isn't even a tutorial. Additionally, as said before. I find it hard to believe that so many creators have been given this mic to review and have not seemed to have an issue. Nah, I'll leave that out. I don't want to seem too mean. Especially as this doesn't work at all for console streamers, this is hardly a solution. Okay. Hey, Zergo! Am I getting into the update? Did I see any of the stuff? Yes. So I went to a freighter and I nearly froze to death, so I had to leave, and now I don't know where it is again. So now, I wasted 5 mil finding it, and we have to go to another system to find another one. Unless we can somehow find it again, because I did get an upgrade to not freeze to death, but... Okay, so you have to unlock colors? Which, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Money is, it's pretty easy to find. You may get this game now at some point since you can actually run it. This game is awesome. Also, I got a response about the capture card from Elgato. That's what I was doing when you popped in, is I was replying. Sorry, about Wavelength. Their solution is that you're supposed to run it on the gaming PC. So only their external capture cards, but not the one that I have, work with it. And I'm not going to upgrade to another external card. If I'm going to upgrade, it's going to be internal. So their response though is that it's intended to be run on the gaming PC. So I was like, how the fuck does that help console streamers? It was essentially the response that I gave them. And short version, anyways. There's like other reasons too, because if I have it running on the gaming PC, that means I need the mic set up to the gaming PC, not the streaming PC. Which means that, as well as my headset set up to the gaming PC and not the streaming PC. Which means that I can't hear anything going on the streaming PC. I also can't control Wavelength with my Stream Deck because that's got to be hooked up to the streaming PC so that I can control slobs. And my bots and all of that other stuff. So, essentially, I mean, it's still a phenomenal product. It just wasn't tested for actual streamers, I think, and what systems actual streamers actually use. Yeah. So I gave an analogy earlier. It's still a really good mic, and it's still like way more than worth the value. But all of the misinformation about this stuff is extremely undesirable. It's as if somebody came up with a car. The analogy I gave earlier was somebody comes up with a car, and the car is essentially free to run in terms of fuel. Like, say they somehow perfect being able to line the top with solar panels, and that alone is enough to fuel it. So you never have to buy fuel again. All you need is like your maintenance. But what they don't tell you, and they promote that, like they promote that to the sky. And everybody thinks it's amazing and everybody buys it. And then everybody hops on the highway and realizes that they can't keep up with traffic because it doesn't go highway speed. It would still be a really good value. You just have to take the scenic route. But free gas for life. Still worth the value, but you can't not go telling people. So, like I said, the mic is still phenomenal. I still love it. I still love the wavelength. It's still very helpful. But they definitely do need to get this information out there that it doesn't work with capture cards. So we perfected a workaround yesterday. Oh, excuse me. We perfected a workaround yesterday whereby we don't pass the sound through wavelength before sending it to slobs, or before outputting it on slobs. So it still goes through a wavelength for me to hear it, but you guys aren't hearing the game through wavelength, which means that I can't hear what you guys are hearing. Just because, and I can't modify the game sound on the fly and like I can with everything else. The game volume on the fly, because it's in slobs, I have to use the mouse. So it works. It's not ideal, but it works. But yeah, their solution is that you're supposed to do it all on the gaming PC. And I was like, well, how the fuck does that help console streamers? So, if I had viewer input, yeah. So, well, no, and that's the thing is, I mean, Mux is always here, so he usually helps me figure out if it needs to be tweaked or something. So, I got the levels set and stuff for when I was playing Stranded Deep last night. So we got that volume set. The only problem is that now if there's a game that's particularly loud or quiet, I'm going to have to readjust, but I'm not going to be able to switch to hear what you guys are hearing. So I'm not going to be able to tell if it's, a mix that I'm happy with until I watch the VODs later, which, again, the wavelength is still awesome because I can still, filter out voice chat. If I want to listen to music, I can still filter out that. I can adjust sound effects, so like my soundboard settings and the mic, and I've still got the clip guard, which is what we desperately need, and the low frequency filter, like the built-in low frequency filter to get rid of background noise and stuff is still really good. So, like I said, it's still more than worth the money. It was only $10 more than the Blue Yeti, so way more than worth the money, don't get me wrong. I just wish that they were more transparent about what it worked with and how to do workarounds. So I'm going to probably do another tutorial video to show how Would a sound splitter as software work to be able to listen to the audio? Well, so Wavelength is a software mixer. The Wavelength software is a software mixer. And we actually did filter it through Wavelink and then send it back to Slobs. The only problem is that with certain sounds, there was sometimes distortion, which may have been caused because of feedback, which is apparently what Elgato is worried about. So it puts it all into one mix and then outputs that to both the monitor, which goes straight to my headset. So it's got two outputs. So it's got an output that's outputs to the monitor, which is going straight to my headset, and then it's got an output that is a stream mix, which gets sent to OBS or Slobs as like one channel, but it takes in multiple channels and mixes them together. And so what I can do is I can actually switch between whether what I hear through my headset is the monitor mix or whether it's a stream mix. But the problem right now is if I switch it to the stream mix to try and hear what you guys are hearing, I don't hear the game. So you can't set non-UVC capture cards as an audio source. It's not possible. So you have to set it as the software. So what you have to do is through Windows, I have to tell Windows, for example, to send, what's one thing that I have it sending right now? To send, say, Spotify or my web browser or whatever. I have to tell it to output to the audio device that is the Wavelink browser channel or the Wavelink music channel. It can also take hardware sources as well, but all I get set up with that is my headset mic, my Wavelink, and the camera. Can I send an input to Wavelink as a standard audio input? I mean, I can send anything to Wavelink. The only problem is that the HD60S does not have the audio as a separate input. It's not listed anywhere. There's no process that indicates its input. So there's nothing I can route via Windows to input into Wavelink. It doesn't show up as a hardware source. The only way to do it is to route slobs into Wavelink, but then you're sending slobs to Wavelink, which then sends back to slobs. So there's sometimes distortion because of, well, me and Mux think potentially feedback. Because you're essentially feeding it itself in a loop. Oddly, it's not like insane feedback. It's like a constant loop, but it does cause some issues with certain sounds. Trust me, Zergo, we spent like 2 weeks trying to figure this out. I don't know where Mux went away. He'd be better at explaining it than I am. So if you wait till he gets back, he can explain it all. I'm getting him back here for you. So guessing that you could use a mediary that captures the audio from the game card, not slobs of course, but a sound splitter like I mentioned, that then outputs as a separate... Well, that's what I was thinking, but I would need something that's... the problem is, I don't know if that would be possible, because you can't have the Elgato output, like, you can't have the Elgato being used by two things at once. So, for example, because there's the Elgato game capture, but then there's also slobs. If I open both at the same time, only the first one is going to work, because it's going to say the device is in use. James! Thank you so much for that raid. How are you guys doing? I don't... How many even freighters do I even have? I got all sidetracked. I said like I had more than... Okay, I have a shit ton of freighters here. Okay. I didn't know I had this many, but I'll take it. It could work, but you would need to see what Mux thinks. Yeah, no, Zirko, definitely. I mean, hit us up in my Discord because if we can get it to work, that would be freaking awesome. And then I can include that in my tutorial. I'm doing a tutorial video about it. Hey James, how you doing? I said thank you so much for the raid, much appreciated. Give you some kitty love. I don't think Mux is back, or I'd give you a shout out. But if you're not already following James, check him out. He does a lot of roleplay stuff. But yeah, no, Zergo, like, I'm definitely interested to see if there is a way to do it. Because... like I said, it's a beautiful mic. It works phenomenally. And I've already screamed because I fell. Well, okay, I didn't fall. I dove off a building and was expecting to hit water and then didn't. And I screamed really loud. And it didn't get distorted. You can't test it, but maybe hit me up with some thing I may be able to check out and test. Yeah, no, I mean, for sure. Like I said, discuss with us in Discord because we're definitely interested in seeing if we can find even better ways to make this work. Because the thing is I bet everybody would like it because, like I said, the information just isn't out there right now. View potential expeditions. Let's do this one. Let's send... you, and you. Oh, I have no fuel. God damn it. How do I make fuel? Here we go. I made fuel. How are you doing, James? I don't want to do industrial because, like, I don't have any industrial ships. Okay, so it's doing... these guys, I think. Oh, I still don't have enough. Okay. I need to get more fuel then. Actually, can I do a smaller one? I might be able to do a shorter one. Like, what if I do... what if I do these two? There we go. And then... let's see. I want to do this one, but I don't have enough fuel for it. So we'll just hold off then. Okay, I want to see if I can teleport down to my base. But no, Zergo, because even if it ends up being something that I don't end up wanting to use, it's still going to be incredible to just know how it's supposed to, like, how it could potentially work. Because that way, if I do ever need it, we'll have the option, so... that you heard Potato Fishy linked it in my Discord. Aw, I see kittens as well, by the way. Yeah, we've heard of Voicemeeter. The problem is, and we were looking into that because we figured if we could figure out how they get the sound, then that might help us. But the problem is that apparently they get the sound through like Ethernet or some shit.
Technology recharge.
Not sure what duplicate. Yeah, Mux was looking into it. Mux, Zergo just is asking about the voice meters or the. Aww, I do like it. Aw, it's so cute. Aww. V-band and voice meter. Yeah, so yeah, the issue is that Aw, Suki was on her back with Nemo hugging her. Aw, that's so adorable. Okay.
Technology recharge.
But yeah, no, because I was looking into that, because we figured if we could figure out how they used it. I mean, if we could, Mux, if we could run, the only thing is then I would need another router that's 5-port. Yeah, and then we would need to have the audio as something that could be outputted to wavelength. So. Okay, so I can teleport from my space station, but I can't teleport to my space station. That makes sense, though. I can live with that. I just thought it was funny, though, how Elgato's, like I said, I love a lot of Elgato's products, but their support in this one area is just kind of ridiculous. Just saying. Like I said, what I've got going on now kind of like works is we're not running the game through Wavelength. And the only downside with that is that I can't hear what you guys are hearing. But I just think it's funny how their solution is run it through the gaming PC. Unfortunately, I think the way it is now is what we'll have to work with. Well, and that's not a bad thing. I just kind of rubbed it in their face too. I was like, okay, thank you so much for the list. At least now I know not to bother with upgrading to an internal card. I was like, you know, yep. I was gonna go internal, but not if it's not gonna help. Okay. So we need to go to a Korvax system. Well, I was just like rubbing it in their face, right? Because I mean, I'm not gonna upgrade to something that's essentially the same thing as what I have now. Like, if I'm gonna upgrade, it's not gonna be to another external card. There's no point. So. It's how it's designed, but still, again, it goes back to they should have been more upfront about it. Look at the nice new Wave 1 and 3, by the way, only works with. Well, and that's kind of what I mean. Once again, your Twitch goes stupid, so you have to refresh. No worries. That's what and that's kind of what I was saying. I gave my car example again. And it's like, the mic is amazing. The wavelength is amazing. But yeah, if you are an actual streamer, then you're gonna have to find workarounds because it's not gonna actually work with your system. Okay, so we got Cinder Kitty would be XLII 42. We are on Cinder Kitty 42, guys. They left us. Judy bound to follow them, but I know where it will end. If you receive this, follow my coordinates and secure the site in case I don't make it back. Please. My starship processes the coordinates from the stranger's message. The transmission has decayed over time, but the location appears to be valid. You're gonna shoot some more demons again? No worries. Holy shit, I've been going for like an hour and a half with no break. I'm gonna take a quick break, guys, just to stretch my legs and try to cool down a little bit. So give me a minute.